Hi, my name is Sophia Miranda, and my presentation will be on the film The Way and how it connects to spirituality versus religion. So, a little bit of background or summary about The Way. It's about a father that travels to France to retrieve his son's deceased body, who died while attempting Spain's Camino de Santiago pilgrimage. The father, his name is Tom, decides to complete the journey for his son and himself. Through this journey, Tom is able to connect with himself in an emotional, physical, and spiritual way. So, before I go into how it connects to the film, I just want to break down what spirituality versus religion is. And I will be pulling this information based on the readings we have read in class, specifically Robert Wolfnow and Brent Plate. So, spirituality is an individual experience or individualized process. It's pretty fluid, personal, and flexible to each person. Wolf now breaks spirituality into two different types. There's dwelling and seeking. Dwelling focuses on habitation in well-defined sacred spaces and inherent beliefs through tradition. Seeking emphasizes negotiation, where people actively negotiate among multiple belief systems rather than passively accepting what they were told by those in positions of authority. For religion, this is more institutional structures or organized institutions, such as churches, clergy, and fixed places of worship. So, specifically, spirituality in the way, a little bit deeper dive into spirituality. This is a personal journey, it's self-created, it has meaning and sense of identity. Wolf now describes spirituality as coming from experiences rather than institutions. Plate explains how there are no clear distinctions between travel, personal growth, and spirituality. So they're kind of all of a blend. You can't really pick out each one separately. How spirituality connects to the film. Through the pilgrimage, Tom's spirituality develops through grief with the loss of his son, and then also his relationships that he makes along the way with the other travelers, as each one is dealing with their own struggles. Religion in the way. So, a deeper dive into religion a little bit. Religion is built on stability and structure, has an emphasis on sacred places and traditions. It revolves around beliefs, is a sense of community and identity by bringing people together. Wolf now highlights how faith is inherited within stable religions, or yes, stable religions and traditions that shape their beliefs and identity. How this connects to the film. Tom doesn't rely on religion and disconnected from structured faith at the beginning. So Tom approaches life with being skeptic instead seeks meaning through personal experience rather than religious belief. So some key takeaways in the end. Wolf now shows that there is a form of modern shift taking place when it comes to religious or religion and spirituality in general. Wolf now argues that there has been a shift from a dwelling spirituality to a seeking spirituality or towards spiritual but not as religious. People are now moving away from structural or traditional religion or religious institutions in general, and now are more likely to find personal meaning on their own than following someone else. More of an emphasis on searching instead of following someone overall. Lastly, the way, just the film message and overall, the way shows religion as not being required to gain spiritual growth, and meaning comes from experience, not just institutions. The film reflects on the shift where people move away from organized religion and instead find spirituality through their own personal journeys, experiences, and self-discovery. And that's all I have for my presentation. Thank you, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for a great semester too.